me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. Let's go.
Folks, watch this unbelievable clip. Criminals with badges, racist criminals with badges, from none other than Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. And we thought that we had a block on this in the dirty South. Obviously not. Watch the clip. Let them tell you what they're going to tell you. And then I'm going to tell you what they should have told you.
Police in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin say it was a big misunderstanding. Officers mistook an African-American teenager for a robbery suspect and handcuffed him. As Michelle Miller explains, the teen was only riding in the car with his white grandmother.
Come out with your hands up, face away from us. Face away from us. Walk to the sidewalk.
Police placed him in handcuffs and ordered him into the back of a squad car.
Officer Gabriel's going to get some information from you, okay?
Officers say they initially started following them after an African-American man and woman identified the vehicle. They said it was carrying a white woman who was being robbed by two black men. But police say they never got a formal statement from those witnesses because they left the area. The family's attorney is skeptical.
That's your grandson?
My grandson.
Wow.
Police say Carter was handcuffed for approximately 6 minutes.
Well, I'm guessing what this sounds like is a really big misunderstanding.
The family's attorney says the frightening encounter left the grandmother feeling helpless, wondering what she could have done to protect her grandson.
Now, if you've seen the clip, let me give you the rest of the story. It's community-oriented policing, or community-orgasmic policing, working for the chief law enforcement officer of that city or county, mobbing and stalking people. And I don't know why. And the news, of course, is never going to cover that. The fake media, that's not going to come up. Chances are, the victim, which is the grandmother and her children, grandchildren, they're the victims. They know that they're being victimized because of the racial indifference there. What they don't know, chances are, that they are on a list and being targeted, and it's funded by our taxpayer dollars. That's right. They own that list. Some refer to it as the watch list and all that. And this how you get federal grant money. These morons and pathetic, lurking perverts, and everybody doing their work in community-oriented policing. This holistic approach, everybody doing their part. And they got to keep the cards and letters coming and the checks being written. And so this is what happened. You notice in the clip, they said the person that made the complaint didn't hang around, didn't get a name or anything. Now, that is the deal, okay? Isn't it amazing? I could call 1,000,000 times and report, and they don't do nothing. I've called the postmaster, said somebody called, said they put a bomb in my mailbox. They wouldn't even return my call. They don't give a shit, folks. And believe me, they don't act on that crap. Somebody called, said there's two black men riding around with a white woman, and we believe that they have robbed her and they're robbing her. And they're going down such and such road. Oh, we'll go check that out. Bullshit. Bullshit, okay? That's their tale, and I'm sitting on mine. I walked in at Dollar General, well, I mean, 1,000,000 times, but it's one time, there was a couple of old bats in there talking. You always tell these people in with this deal that they'll be clerks and stuff. They won't talk to you. They got the mannerisms of a damn bullfrog because they was a moron before they started that, okay? And they thought they had found their calling, doing scratch cards and bingo hollers and being swingers or bull dykes or whatever. And now they've been certified and validated at somebody. No, you're a nobody. And after they left, they checked out and left. And the black girl at the register, she said, they ain't gonna believe what that woman said. I said, what woman? She said, I said, oh, what'd it say? She said, better watch him, he steals. And there's your rumor mill and your gossip campaign and smear tactics. And that's it. The same thing the woman that they did when they called in the black kids robbing their grandmother, okay? It's that kind of bullshit. And she said, she told me, I think you got the wrong guy. He's there all the time, and he has money. He pays for everything he gets. And they hurried on out of there. And I told her, I'll never forget, I said, well, there is a God, because God was looking out for them. I wished a million times you'd give me a heads up while I was in here. I promise you, their depends, they'd had to go up an extra strength to wear after that. As I tell you, I don't mince my words. And said, well, he talks a good. I'm going to tell you what, I talk it, and if you want to see if I walk it, try me. Just tattoo on my neck. Try me. Okay, that's all you got to do. Try me. Win, lose, or draw. Okay? And if I can't get you off of me, the ride won't cost you a dime, honey. That's it. And so goes the rest of the world. This is how they target individuals. They slander their name, smear tactics, rumors, innuendos, setting people up, wrongful convictions, wrongful imprisonments, and on and on and on. So I'm going to tell you, folks, that is, it's a sad day in America, but it's a good day when I get to put these assholes on blast and give other victims the right avenue to take. Because I'm telling you, folks, you can sit around and say, woe is me, or make them sit around and say, woe is me. I'm not going to feel comfortable in their BS. And I want to end it with this note. Those that have been following for a while, we've covered the story about Rebecca Baumgardner in Columbus, Mississippi, the YouTuber that was wrongfully set up with snitches. They perjured on the stand, all in collusion. Her attorneys, the prosecution, the judges, the whole smear, and of course, the lying, crooked Eddie cops in Lowndes County, Mississippi. And she got 24 mandatory years in prison. The YouTuber that got arrested for talking. And finally, they shut her down with their set. They just made up a whole deal and put all that, and there it is. It's the biggest bunch of bullshit you've ever seen. And Rebecca's been in prison 2 years. I talk to her several times a week. And and they hate that. They even had Buckwheat E. Rise Wilson called down there to talk to the president and said, she's communicating with a very dangerous felon. Oh, E. Rise, I'll tell you what. You ain't nothing but a stepping, fetching coon working for criminals with badges, okay? You better hope he'll run into me. I'll show you what dangerous is, okay? Dangerous is running your mouth about something you'd be running your mouth. You can't stop this. And we've got a lot of exposure, and with Rebecca's story, a lot of exposure. I had a conversation last week with a man that contacted me, who he was, and he's a YouTuber. I hadn't seen any of his content. Rebecca has. And he contacted me. We exchanged phone numbers, and we talked. And he wants to do a documentary on Rebecca. Now, his channel has well over 100,000 subscribers. Let me tell you what, folks. They've tried everything to suppress USAGSA. Moreover, and Mississippi Queen Audits, Lowndes County Accountability. But I'm telling you, God did not put us here to be in some kind of Facebook bubble where they think they're running the show. I'm going to tell you what, you criminals with badges, a frontline crash dummy rats, you ain't running shit. And so the cat's out of the bag. We still don't know what the FBI, what they're still, we'll assume, in the throes of investigating Lowndes County. You can believe that it's official. Now, I've noticed that Crooked Eddie hadn't given any press releases about that, okay? Now, he's quick to go, it's gonorrhea sting unit, how they've been watching them for years, carefully, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. But what he don't talk about is how they crooked asses is being looked at more ways than he wants to be looked at, okay? So that's going down. And the reason these things are happening, folks, is because people like me ain't afraid, okay? And they've done it all, okay? You're going to jail. So, I'm telling you, go to my Substack. That link is in my link tree. I've read extensively about this program and some of the criminals involved and victims of this corrupt programs. draw your attention to one article that I've written, 100 Reasons Why Participants in Community-Oriented Policing Burn. Now, folks, it's 100 reasons, 100 biblical reasons, and if you can say yes to one of those, and you are involved in any way in this community-oriented policing, biblically, you are going to burn in hell. That's not Richard saying it. That's God saying it. Okay? So, and it's all Bible. It ain't twisted. 100 reasons why you burn. Okay? Some of you will just recognize one or two or three. And some of you recognize most of them. And somehow you think because you're a preacher or the attorney general or somebody who's greenlighting this that God gives you a pass. People like that that buy that bullshit. And folks, let me tell you, I've checked all my receipts and I hadn't bought any bullshit and not planning on buying any. Next time, God bless you.
They call me a